Hey guys, Steve Unger here. Thanks for jumping into another edition of the Dabbingly Angler. Today we are going to talk about my top 5 confidence baits. The baits I have the most confidence in when I'm heading out in the summer. It is pretty hot around here. As you can tell, I'm sweating from the heat and humidity today. It's certainly in the 90s and pretty humid. And you know, I'm getting just about as lethargic as some of those bass are. So really wanted to talk about maybe the top 5 baits I have confidence in as far as getting that bass to bite, maybe when he doesn't want to, or maybe just getting that bait in the spot that they are, because they are hungry, they just don't want to work real hard for it. So I've got 5 baits lined up. I mean, I have so many baits in here that we could talk about, and some of them we will, and you know, some of them I'm just leaving off just for the essence of time. I mean, this could be, you know, I could make this the top 10 baits, the top 20 baits, and have this be an hour video. Don't want to do that to you guys. I really want to kind of keep it short and simple today. So gonna give you the top 5, but I am gonna throw an honorable mention in there. This Weston Spot On, this walking bait, for me, I love this bait. I really enjoy throwing it. I catch fish when I do. The reason that I'm going to give it an honorable mention is just my limited space that I can fish this bait. A lot of the places I have access to, just the grass is too thick. It doesn't get the right swim, and you know, and at this point in the summer, a lot of that grass is grown through the water column to where I'm catching it on these treble hooks as I'm swimming it through. So love the bait. Gonna continue to throw it. Just, you know, have to limit my situation, so that's why I'm gonna leave it as an honorable mention. So jumping in, number 5 for me, 10,000 Fish Cyclebait. I know a lot of you guys like throwing spinner baits, especially in the summertime, especially through weeds, especially through grass. And to me, I would rather throw this than that traditional spinner bait. Couple of reasons. Number one, this blade, this willow blade, ton of action with it, really turns up the water, really creates a good thump. And with this little system here, it creates a lot different movement than you would typically see, along with this little system here on the jig head. That, and I've paired it up with a Kalen tickle tail. I mean, the swim on this thing is fantastic. Really creates a lot of movement, really creates a lot of reaction. And if I've got some bass sitting in the grass, sitting in some of those reeds, and I bring this through there, I can promise you it's going to get bit. So number 5 for me, again, 10,000 Fish Cyclebait. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, get out of there. Oh yeah, buddy. Oh, come here. Nope. Hell yeah, guys. Holy smokes, guys. That is a giant. So number 4 for me is going to be some sort of shaky head. Now, I know shaky head in and of itself is really just kind of a category, but you know, and I'm not going to necessarily get into all the heads and all that type of thing. That could be, you know, a whole other video for that. What I want to get into though is, you know, I've got a 1 and 1A for the shaky head as far as the baits I like. I've got this rigged already, and see, I've got this rigged on more of a flathead, shaky head. But this is the Fishoey lures. And this is their Dogger Pup, and this is their Mud Bug color. So really like fishing this bait. This tail gives it a lot of action in the water. really catches fish for sure. And 1A would be, and I know I have the box here somewhere, here it is, BioSpawn plasma tail. It's got this little diamond here that really creates a lot of action, not only when it's standing, but as you're bouncing it or as you're dragging it. It creates just a ton of action, and again, it gets bit. And really, if I'm out there in the heat of the day like it is today, I want to get bit. I don't want to be out there sweating and really just getting skunked and getting shut out. So I want to fish something that I know if I throw it out there, it's going to get bit. And these two baits get bit for sure. Hey, that's a nice one. All right, guys, let's get this thing measured here real quick. See if I can measure him and get him in the water. Oh, he's about 20.5 inches. Get this hook out of you. Man, he's a big one. That is a big one. That is what I'm talking about there. That's the biggest one I pulled out here so far. So let's get our power on. Pounds. And hang on. I know you want to be back in the water and I want to get you there. But you'll see that? 5.5 out of this little farm pond. That is something else. Look at that. Check that out. Nice. And just for point of reference, I am going to link all of these. I'm going to put the links in the bottom of this video in the description. So if you want to check them out, feel free. So honorable mention, number 5, number 4. Number 3 for me is going to be, again, category, let's say. But some sort of creature bait, and have that Texas rigged, and baits of preference, net bait, baby pack craw for sure. X-Zone has this muscle back finesse that I really like, but in the world of what have you done for me lately, the two baits that I am the most fond of at this point are going to be, I've lost, there we go. Just say I thought I misplaced the packaging, but Savage Gear 4D Craw. Hopefully some of you guys have seen this, but check out the detail on that. I mean, this craw is unbelievable. And again, weightless, or just with that weight maybe down here, and you watch this thing fall and then be able to kind of drag it across and hop it. Great action. It gets bit. And then, the new girl on the block for me this month's mystery tackle box, the Vile Craw from BioSpawn. So BioSpawn makes the list twice. And this one, this is the sprayed grass color, so you can see a little bit of a purple hint on the underside and a watermelon here. and these appendages come attached, and you just kind of pop them apart. And if you're fishing it weightless, it has kind of a death spiral as it's going down in the water, and then as you pop it, these legs just shake uncontrollably. And then you get just a ton of movement on that hop. With it weighted, certainly it's going to come down faster. You're going to create more action as it falls, and then it's going to kind of slowly make its way down. And again, if I'm going to be out there in the heat of the day in the summer, 90-degree temps, I want to make sure that I'm catching something and it's getting bit, and this bait certainly does. Got a really great area here for this creature bait. You can see down in that grass, hopefully. A lot of grass down in there. So we're going to try to punch this guy down in. Got a pretty heavy weight on him, and we will Texas rig him, skin him a little bit here, try to keep some of that grass out, and hopefully we get a nice little hook set here. Let's flip this guy out here and see what we can do. There we go. Look at that, that's a perfect hook set too. Kind of a little guy. Okay, so now we have gotten through number 3. We go to number 2. Number 2, we're going to go stick bait, in particular wacky rigged. And my go-tos on that, we are going to, I've got my tried and true, my fail-safe is certainly the Strike King Shim-E-Stick. It's a little bigger presentation. 5-inch is what this sits at. Certainly you can Texas rig it. I am more of a proponent, and I do like the wacky rig a little better. In particular, just in some of the places that I fish, it tends to get bit more. And really, if you're looking for a different presentation, everybody's throwing that 5-inch. Crypto Lures has a new one coming out. Came in this month's mystery tackle box, the Crypto Stick. This thing flat out gets bit. Has a great shake to it as it's going down through the water column. I have it rigged on a weedless and weighted rig for a wacky rig. It's a lighter weight, so it's not shooting straight down. It still gets a good flutter. And again, it flat out gets bit. Can't recommend this enough. We're gonna try it again. There we go. All right, so we got another one. So wacky rig. And then finally, number 1 for me, and this is something that last year I was completely uncomfortable fishing with, and have now become a junkie, I think, is the hollow body frog. And in particular, this is the Booyah Baits Pad Crasher Junior, and this is their bullfrog color. So it has a nice give to it. Certainly gets bit. These hooks are nice and sharp, and they do stick. I know it seems kind of small. They have a bigger bait. They have the pad crasher. I just, you know, every time I go to a bigger frog, I always end up back with this one. I'm not sure if it's just the bodies of water that I'm fishing or if it's my technique, but I have a ton of confidence in this bait. I want to throw that every morning that I fish. If I see a mat, if I see weeds, that is getting tied on. In the evening if I'm fishing, same thing. If I see a mat, if I see weeds, I'm going with that. You know, we've got our popping frogs, we've got the larger frogs, we've got, you know, all the different types of frogs that are out there. This is one for me that, you know, I think I'm going to catch something every time I throw it. And, you know, as the saying goes, if you think you can or you can't, you're right. And I think I can, and I've been right. I've got a video out there. I think some of you guys have seen it. Hopefully you've seen it. If not, I will link it. I caught, gosh, I guess I think it has to be my biggest fish of the summer on this bait. You can see that grass or that flower that's standing up back there. I'm going to try to throw clear across to the other side of this cove and see. Oh, that isn't where I wanted to go. There we go, guys. That is what I'm talking about there. All right, guys. Yep, and he is chomping down on my thumb too. And the funny thing was I miscast it. I did not hit where I was trying to hit, but it still created enough attention, and that fish wanted it bad enough, and it came up really just kind of in the clear open water, and hit it, and man, and I mean stuck it, had no problem. When that fish came up, both of those hooks were in its lip, and just really had a great look to it. So anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope you got something out of it. You know, try out some of these lures that I've put in here, or, you know, also too, leave me a comment. I would love to see what you guys are fishing with as well. Love to see some similarities, love to see the differences. I like trying new baits. I love trying new lures, and you know, who knows, maybe something will get replaced in next summer's list. But until next time, guys, again, I hope you got something out of this. I really appreciate you watching. Leave a comment, thumbs up, and always subscribe. Until next time, guys, you all take care. Thanks.